Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago Cubs. More with just days left to play. The league's top power bat looks to cement his case for the home run crown. Next. John Salazar, the right-hander from Arizona, will be doing the pitching. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, take a look at that career ERA in the low twos. Not an easy thing to do in the day of smaller ballparks and guys hitting a lot of home runs. One thing he does, he stays away from the barrels of the bats, and if he continues to pitch like that, he's going to have his way with a lot of teams. It'll be interesting and fun to watch him in this one here today.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams. Not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Good movement bearing in. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed. He got him. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I'm a bit concerned about Billy Hamilton right now. Looking at the last game, it was 0 for 3, but it was the way he went about that 0 for 3. He didn't look very aggressive, and actually, he looked kind of lost to me. I'm wanting to see a different player in that batter's box today.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
D-Row, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
First delivery to him on the way. Ripped down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Squared that one up just a little late. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That's a foul ball. Just getting things underway here at Wrigley. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Working on striking out the side in the first. Slapped hard the opposite way. Leaps and makes a terrific catch. And with that, the side is retired. Get up there, big fella, and take away a hit at third. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Anthony DeSclafani will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. What's your take on him, Dan?
You know, every pitcher comes out of spring training hoping they can make somewhere between 30 to 35 starts. This guy will be making start number 30 on the year. He's reliable, he's dependable, and he's been pretty good all season long. 30 starts, not an easy thing to do.
Stepping up to the plate, Joe Morgan. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Picked up by Larkin. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. What's going to be the key for him today, Mark?
At the end of the day, besides wins and losses, this should be the only stat that matters. And that's creating runs for your team, and that's exactly what this team does and this lineup does consistently. They lead the league right now in touching home plate, and more times than not, that's going to lead to a W.
Now at the plate, Jeff Bagwell. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. Here's the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, Leroy? You got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the playoff picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
Ready now, Junior Moore. He's a guy hoping to finish strong in the season's final month. Definitely in the discussion for Rookie of the Year honors. Here comes the first pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
The 2-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here now the 2-2. Hit hard on the ground to second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. So a 2-out single there and gets him a base runner, and that leads us to check out the team leaders in hitting here in the final month of the season. And you can see that the Cubs are currently tops in the NL in that department. So a runner at first with 2 away, and here comes the Babe. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lays off 1-0. Moore leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a throw over, back in standing. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on it. The 1-0 home. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Two out with the man at first. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Here's a look over to first, but the runner's back easily. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. A runner on first with 2 away. Another throw over, and the fans don't like this at all. Three and one to the Cubs left fielder.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
The 3-1 pitch. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Again, he sends it out of play. He's set, and the payoff pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Hamilton going back at the track, the wall, into the bleachers, and gone. The Babe with a 2-run home run. Home run number 44 on the year. As the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Now batting, Ken Griffey Jr. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against him. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
The 1-0 home is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Griffey is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Now the 2-1 pitch is laid off for ball number 3.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hamilton is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 Chicago. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He drove in one of his team's 2 runs in yesterday's game.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-1. The 1-1 is a fastball that misses. Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Another one sent foul. Another full count pitch home. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at bat. Another payoff pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
Digging in now, Eugenio Suarez. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. Here's the first pitch to him. A high fastball is in there. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Into the box, Adam Duvall. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Duvall playing here in his age 29 season. He was selected in the 11th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Reds are down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Stepping in, Mike Piazza. Power a big part of his game as he enters this contest, number 5 in the National League home run race.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A breaking ball over the outside corner for strike 2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Up with it, Barnhart. And he makes the throw to first. Piazza is retired, and there's one away.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on D. And guys, taking a look at this defense is going to have to be stout today. Starting pitcher with an ERA north of 5 usually spells some barrels being found by the opposition. So these guys better be on their toes in this one.
Standing in, Mike Schmidt. First at bat for him here, and he enters play 7th in the National League in round trippers. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. 1 out, nobody on. Count even now at 1-1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
Stepping in now, John Salazar. High fly ball out to deep right field. Shevler racing back. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. 4th home run for him on the season, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Oh, a little quick jump right there. He does it in a variety of different ways. That time, first pitch out of the gate, he was coming unglued.
Now in the box, Cal Ripken. And as you check out his righty-lefty split, it's no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards the hole. And that's through for a hit. So that keeps the bottom of the second going. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Into the box now, Joe Morgan. He swings and he grounds it to short. Right to him. Throw on Devato will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We've played 2. It's 3-0 Chicago. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. And that brings up Scott Shevler. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Here's the first pitch to him. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Shevler, a 27-year-old. He was taken in the 26th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Into the box, Tucker Barnhart. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Two balls and two strikes to the Reds catcher.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
Bases are empty, one man out. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are two away.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Hey, he's looking to punch out the side right here. And if this guy's going to do him favors and swing outside the zone, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Griffey Jr. is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They trail in this one 3-0. Ready for another chance? Jeff Bagwell, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Jeff Bagwell.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a fastball just a bit high. Bagwell playing here in his age 26 season. This is his first year at the big league level.
Yeah, he has seen it all. I don't know if he's old school, new school, middle school, whatever the case may be. He's seen an influx of all different types of players, all different mindsets, how to hit, how to pitch. This guy has officially seen it all.
Hit hard up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they'll make him fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Standing in now, Junior Moore, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready with the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. With the first baseman holding the runner on, it's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it. in there for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Runners are at first and third with none out. Now a move over to first. Don't want to forget about it. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made. And here comes the runner from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send him. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Settling in now, Ken Griffey Jr. flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. He's running. Pitches a cold strike. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
In now, Mike Piazza. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. In at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
With that hard double, you get a glimpse to see why this guy is a legitimate MVP candidate this season. Whenever he gets a chance to produce, he seems like he takes advantage of it. Great example there.
Into the box, Mike Schmidt. The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1-0. Piazza stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment. Now the 3-2 pitch.
Here's a high pop-up. Larkin has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. The Cubs are on top, 5-0. So striding in, Barry Larkin back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw to first is in time, so a good idea, but the bunt attempt doesn't pan out.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now here it comes. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Now a late bunt attempt here, but he misses strike 2. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Morgan ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Joey.
In is Joey Votto now. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. Now the pitch. There's a strike.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Trying to pick things up where we left off, John Salazar. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A ball and no strikes. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead off the inning and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking his chops for a fastball.
Now here's the pitch. Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
Count even at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead a foul ball. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
I think he had his mind made up. He was swinging the bat and trying to protect before the ball even left the pitcher's hand. That pitch wasn't even close. He would have needed a flagpole to hit that one.
Into the box now, Cal Ripken. And she'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike one.
Hey, it's been a little bit of a rough outing for this guy in this one so far. And one thing you can look at if you want to get really picky, less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
Hit hard to short. Picked up by Larkin. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
Back to the top of the order now. And here comes an important cog in the big red machine, Joe Morgan. First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. And now the Reds are going to get the bullpen moving here, and it's a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
Here's the 0-2. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. 2 out, nobody on. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Well, he had him down 0-2 earlier in this at bat, but he hasn't been able to put him away and end this inning. This has been a fun battle to watch.
He loses him on ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Digging in once again, Jeff Bagwell. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in. The 0-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Morgan, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Nope.
That misses. 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
The 1-2. Misses. Ball 2.
2-2.
Here now the 2-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. 1 left for the Cubs, but they hold a 5-0 lead. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Scooter Gennett. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
He's obviously been very impressive on the mound in this one, and I think the big reason why is his ability to stay out of the middle of the zone. That's kind of obvious, but it's clear to me that even when he misses his spots, he's not missing over the plate.
Now the 2-0 home. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
The 3-1. Hit on the ground to short. Ripken takes it in. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see there on the graphic, his total good for 5th best in the National League. Striding into the box, Eugenio Suarez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Splitter taken here, 2-1. To 2-2 now.
You know, you don't face too many guys that have thrown a nasty splitter like he has today. He's had this lineup off balance all game with that pitch.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3. Now the 3-2 pitch is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Digging in for his second at-bat, Adam Duvall. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
There's a called strike on a fastball up in the zone. We're seeing more of that from pitchers nowadays. With the launch angles, guys are looking for the ball down in the zone. If a pitcher can pitch up in the zone like that pitch right there, you can go ahead and make some hay.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Matt Harvey, the 6'4" right-hander, comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching.
Matt Harvey.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Junior Moore. He singled his last time up.
Center fielder, Junior Moore.
First delivery to him on the way. Favorable call in there for a strike. changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
He offered at that pitch out of the zone there, and I think that's a result of the previous pitch getting called against him. He might feel like he's needing to expand the zone if that's how it's going to be called.
Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Fouled away.
Hey, if he's going to offer at a fastball above the zone, why don't you just continue to climb the ladder? Don't be shocked if he goes even higher with this next pitch.
Low with the fastball that time. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, these kind of at-bats can drive you crazy when you're on the mound. I mean, he's been ahead of him pretty much the whole time, but he just can't put him away. Not only that, but it's costing him a lot of bullets.
Here now the 2-2. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. Is looked at and the count moves full.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
The 3-2 pitch. Count remains full. Little dribbler down the line. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. There's the look at the final line for the Reds starter. And he'll likely do his best to forget about today. At the plate, Babe Ruth. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here comes the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Two strikes now from Harvey. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Jeanette onto the grass. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
So with 2 gone now, Junior gets a shot with the bases empty. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He'll start him with a fastball down and in for a ball. 1-0. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
The 2-0 is in there for strike 1. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. Up around the face.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Harvey steps into his windup. Here's the 3-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Hey, D-Row, are you aware of this? After that knock right there, that's an 11-game hitting streak. You think he knows it's at 11?
I think he knows exactly that it's at 11. It starts off innocent. You just want to get a few knocks to get the hitting coach off your back. Next thing you know, you wake up, you've been sleeping easy for almost a week, 8 days. Now we're on 11. This guy's dinner tastes different.
Missed with a slider. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ball game. Here's the 1-0. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. The 1-1 home is a fastball thrown by him for a strike.
The count is 1-2.
The 1-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more from Wrigleyville right after this. And that brings up Scott Scheffler. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game. This guy's cruising along, pitching well as we enter the middle innings of this one. Less than 60% of his first pitches have been for strikes. If he could clean that up a little bit, he could really roll into the later innings in this one.
Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So digging in now, Tucker Barnhart. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 to Tucker Barnhart. The 1-1 is fastball taken high for a ball. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. The 3-1. Full count, 3-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And the perfect game will go by the wayside here as this pitch misses for ball 4.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So coming to the plate, Matt Harvey is getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. Here's the first pitch to him. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
In today's game, if they're going to give you an out, you take it. You have to find a way to execute a pitch in the zone. Allow him to get the bunt down and take the out at first.
Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
Now batting,
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Barry Larkin. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Morgan ranging into the outfield. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Reds leave one. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Digging in, Mike Schmidt. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat.
Mike Schmidt.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1 the count. Nothing in one count. Here it comes. Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul.
If you're on the mound right there and you're getting a swing at a breaking ball off the plate, do not be shocked if he's tucked something up under this guy's chin hot right here.
Watch out.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The next 3-2. And another foul ball. Popped him up. There to take it is Votto, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, John.
Ready once again, John Salazar comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First offering on its way. Line drive to left. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only is he throwing the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants a pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken. 1-0 the count. Salazar stands at first with one out. Harvey over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. And another throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. Now the 1-0. Strike taken. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
One out and a runner on second base. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
In now, Joe Morgan. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
So striding forward now, Jeff Bagwell. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a little tapper. Two men are on with two men out. Fastball called for strike two.
Sometimes guys get a little less aggressive pitching with a couple of runners on base, but not here. That was two good fastballs to take control of the bat and get the count to 0-2.
Harvey pauses. Here's the 0-2.
One ball.
And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider.
I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Bagwell. Here now the 2-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Getting set for the 7th now with the Cubs out in front. And before the inning gets underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Striding in, Billy Hamilton. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Fouled off. We'll try again. 1-2. And the changeup is way low that time.
And it's late to his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
At the plate, Joey Votto. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, The more the hitters have seen you, this is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
A 1-1 count to the Reds' first baseman. One out, nobody on. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First pitch on its way, and it's fouled away. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
A ball and 2 strikes now. A 1-2 pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Some guys with big arms like this, they're just chuckers. They just throw the ball as hard as they can, and where it ends up isn't that big of a concern, but that wasn't the case there. That was a very well-pitched fastball right on the corner at the knees. Good luck hitting that one.
Stepping in now, Eugenio Suarez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Next pitch will be number 100 for him now through 6 2/3. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. Ruth ranging back. That's in the basket. A home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. Number 26 for him on the season. And it's now a 5-2 game.
That was a mistake with location, and he drove it out of here. I can't overstate how important this home run is, folks. It's not just the 2 runs. It's what he does to the guys in the dugout. 5-0 seems pretty desperate, but 5-2, it's doable. That changed the whole feel of this game.
Into the box now, Adam Duvall. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. No hits to this point. And on 0-2. He misses with a fastball. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. But the Reds do push across a couple on this two-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the seventh coming up. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds 2. Into the box now, Junior Moore. He'll begin things here against Matt Harvey.
Junior Moore.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded to first. Fielded by Votto. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, left fielder.
The next Cub-up, Babe Ruth. He showed us why he's considered one of the league's most dangerous bats with a homer earlier today.
In today's game, to finish in the top 5 in any category, you're doing something. We're playing amongst the best athletes that have ever graced the diamond. And he shows us every day why at any moment he's capable of changing the scoreboard.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball to third. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Standing in now, Ken Griffey Jr. lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Ruth, the runner at second with one away. High in the air down the right field line, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Swing and a miss by Griffey, so Junior's a strikeout victim here.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Into the box, Mike Piazza. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. The 1-1 is a slider that misses below the zone. Now the 2-1. Hard hit ball to second. Jeanette has it. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cubs 5 and the Reds 2. And that brings up Scott Schebler. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
Too high. 1-2.
He tried to climb the ladder right there, and I don't blame him. Now he's got those sights elevated. Don't be surprised with something off speed in the dirt.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first two pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. Two tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
One of the things you want to do with a starter, get that pitch count up. Here's another productive at bat, as this count now gets to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 pitch. And a good take there will net him a base runner, as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
That's an excellent at bat right there. Fell behind early 1-2. Didn't panic or start chasing pitches out of the zone. He's able to lay off 3 pitches in a row, and he's standing on first with no outs. That's a great job.
Coming to the plate now, Tucker Barnhart. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right over the inside corner.
All right, all you're asking for as an offense is a chance. Well, your leadoff man has certainly done his part. He's gotten on base. You have to start clawing back into this game right now if you're going to find a way.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Jose Peraza will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 9.
A ball and no strikes. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Dennis Eckersley will come on to pitch here, and he'll move into the number 5 spot in the lineup now on the double switch. Ken Griffey is also into the ball game, and still hitting the number 8 spot here.
Right field and batting in the 8th spot. Number 30. Ken Griffey.
In now, Barry Larkin. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Pulled pretty badly there as he reaches to poke this one foul. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
Here's the first pitch to him. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Schebler at second, Peraza at first, 2 out in the inning. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Count is 1-2.
And that slider's almost in the dirt.
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try and expand the zone. 0-2 in a big spot, and he was able to spit on that one. Hopefully get something in the heart of the plate this pitch.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Fouled away. Here's another 1-2. And that one stayed up a little high.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. Reds strand a couple. They trail 5-2. Michael Lorenzen is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 21, Michael Lorenzen.
Ready for another shot now. Mike Schmidt. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
Third baseman, Mike Schmidt.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a breaking ball stays outside. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Slider stayed too low. Ball 2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Boy, that double was an absolute missile.
Yeah, man, you can't fault the outfielder too much either. The line drive was hit right at him, and I think it took a minute to gauge where it was going. So I think he misjudged it a bit. The end result, the ball gets down, and the hitter is standing at second base with a solid double.
And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Has a look, now the pitch. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. No one out with a runner at second. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Schebler has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. The relay throw, and the relay throw is right by him at third base. So chalk that one up as an E6, and he really can't believe it out there. Stepping into the box, Cal Ripken. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Set and the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. The 1-0. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. Schebler ranging back, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. But baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. Into the box now, Joe Morgan, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. One ball, one strike to count. The 1-1 home. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
And a fastball just a bit high. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit back up the middle. Larkin right there. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow. Now at the plate, Jeff Bagwell, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a breaking ball. Grounded back up the middle. Picked up by Larkin. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Cubs pick up a run on the RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Reds. It's now 6-2. Fergie Jenkins comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
Fergie Jenkins.
In is Joey Votto now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Joey Votto.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And that's off the plate and high. 2-0 now. All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now. Here it comes, the 3-0. And this pitch misses here. It's ball 4, and they've got a leadoff base runner aboard to start the ninth.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Votto aboard here at first with nobody out. Drilled down the line, and this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
Russell Payton takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Russell Payton.
Digging in to try it again, Eugenio Suarez. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Here's the first pitch to him. A slider that just grabs the outside corner.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
0-1 count and the pitch. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. Splitter, 2-2. Never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from third.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Standing in now, Adam Duvall, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0. Sinks below the knees, taken for a ball.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
The 2-0 is taken, strike one. And he fouls this one off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Stepping in now, Scott Schebler, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swings through it for strike number 2.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute to hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Tucker Barnhart. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And he'll put this one away without much trouble. And the Cubs have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
6-3 the final score today. The Chicago Cubs jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. John Salazar wins his 19th decision of the season, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Anthony DeSclafani was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. Russell Hayton earns the save out of the bullpen, his 9th of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
For the Reds, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Our paid attendance at Wrigley Field this afternoon, 45,936. As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago Cubs baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
It's Sunday morning. Welcome to Inside the Show. In the National League Central, the Chicago Cubs knocked out 12 hits as a team as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 6-3. Heading into the day, the Cubs are atop the NL Central. They are more than 10 games ahead of second, while the Reds are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Pittsburgh Pirates hit 3 long balls as they took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 11-8. As of today, the Brewers sit in third place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Pirates are fourth in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Dodgers totaled 13 hits as a team as they beat the Cardinals on the road 8-0. As of right now, the Cardinals sit in second place in the National League Central, but they currently lead the NL wildcard race, while the Dodgers are in second place in the NL West, 1 game out of first. Ender Inciarte added 3 RBIs to his total, leading the Braves to a victory over the Nationals 8-7. He is among the NL leaders in total base hits. In the standings, the Braves sit in fourth place in the National League East Division. They trail by 8.5 games, while the Nationals are atop the division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Marlins allowed only 5 hits in the game as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 3-1. Entering the day's action, the Phillies sit in third place in the National League East Division. Out of first. The Padres put up 16 hits on the day as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 11-4. At the start of the day, the Padres are in last place in the NL West. They're 15 games back, while the Rangers are in last place in the AL West. They're 15.5 games out of first. Lou Brock plated 3 runs on the day as the Giants toppled the Rockies 5-3. Heading into the day, the Giants are in first place in the NL West, 1 game ahead of second, and the Rockies are fourth in the division, 9.5 games behind first. The Metropolitans amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they got the win, crushing the Red Sox 11-4. In the standings, the Red Sox are atop the American League East Division. They are enjoying a 5.5 game advantage, while the Mets are in second place in the NL East, 2.5 games out of first. The Blue Jays got 12 hits in this one as they took down the Yankees in the Bronx 8-6. Entering the day's action, the Yankees sit in second place in the American League East Division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race, while the Blue Jays are third in the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The A's racked up 11 hits as a team as they took down the Rays in St. Petersburg 6-1. As of right now, the Rays are in last place in the AL East. They're over 20 games out of first. And the Athletics are in third place in the AL West, 5 games back. The Orioles pounded out 17 hits in this one as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 9-1. Heading into the day, the Orioles sit in fourth place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first, while the White Sox sit in last place in the American League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Indians starting pitcher, number 57, had his first victory of the year as the Indians took care of Detroit 5-2. As of today, the Indians are in second place in the AL Central, 4.5 games back. And the Tigers are third in the division, 12.5 games back. The Royals put together 10 total hits as they pulverized the Twins 8-1. Entering the day's action, the Royals sit in fourth place in the American League Central Division. They're 17.5 games out of first. And the Twins are atop the division. They have a 4.5 game cushion. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim got 18 hits as they took down the visiting Mariners 16-7. The win was their 5th straight as a team. As of right now, the Angels are in first place in the AL West, 3.5 games ahead of second, while the Mariners are fourth in the division. They trail by 8.5 games. The Astros combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-1. In the standings, the Astros are in second place in the AL West. They're 3.5 games back. And the Diamondbacks sit in third place in the National League West Division, 3 games back. That's all for today's show. See you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.